everyone, this is Kate, and this video is going to be a review for these Koi watercolors. I've been working with these for quite a while. I got them a couple of months ago, but I wanted to make sure that I knew a little bit about them and practiced with them a little bit before I did an actual review. The set that I got has 12 fine original transparent watercolors. The price point on this was about $25 to $30. I think I'll put the exact price somewhere on this video, perhaps in this area right here. These are student grade watercolors, so they don't have as high of a pigmentation or as nice of a consistency as some professional watercolors like your Winsor and Newton watercolors or other professional brands, but they do have a lower price point, so if you're a student or you're on a budget, these will probably be good for you. In this video, I'm going to be comparing them to Crayola watercolors. The reason why I'm using these Crayola watercolors to compare to the Koi watercolors is so if you're new to watercolors, you'll have at least a sort of point of comparison before you decide to spend your money on these. I've never seen Crayola watercolors in a tube, but these do come in the tubes like what I have right here, but they also come in pans. So the Koi watercolors go both ways as far as the different packaging for the watercolors. These Crayolas also come with your little brush, but I'm not going to use the little brush that the Crayolas come with. I am going to use these Princeton art brushes right here. There's the flat one and this is a round one, so I'm going to use these to make the swatches for the watercolor. First I'm going to swatch the Crayola watercolors for you. Now I'm going to show you the Koi watercolors. So there's this printed window on the box that show you a sort of snapshot of the colors that you're getting. And there's also the colors on the side too. So we have Chinese white, ivory black, Prussian blue, cobalt blue hue, viridian hue, yellow green, carmine, vermilion hue, burnt sienna, yellow ochre, deep yellow, and lemon yellow. I already have a palette with all of the watercolors in the tubes right here, and I'm going to swatch them for you. These are the Koi watercolors in this bottom row here. I didn't swatch the Chinese white at all, even though it is present in the set, because it wouldn't show up on the paper and it wouldn't show up for the camera. So we just have 11 colors right here. In comparison to the Crayola, you do get this nice, rich, dark black here. The ivory black, Prussian blue, and Chinese white also seem to be a lot more opaque than the rest of the colors. The rest of these colors right here are very consistently transparent. Some colors that came off pretty well in this swatch are the cobalt blue and the yellow ochre. The Koi water set also comes with burnt sienna, and if you combine this burnt sienna with the yellow ochre and the Chinese white, you get a really good effect for skin tone. Okay, so now that I swatched these for you a little bit, I'm going to show you how to use them in an actual painting, so stay tuned. Here's a little octopus I'm doing. The gummy stuff on the paper is masking fluid. The first technique I am doing is wet on wet, and in this technique I'm using a large brush to lay down some water, and then I'm laying down the ivory black paint on top of that. And as the paint dries, it's going to spread out and create this really foggy, splattery look in the background. The brush that I'm using isn't anything special, it's just a regular Walmart brush. When I do the other side of the octopus, I'm going to be using two brushes, one to apply the paint and one to move it around. There's the second brush. And this technique works just as well as the one brush technique. Now I'm just taking a little bit of vermilion and applying it to the edges just to give it a pop of color. This is a wet on dry technique, so as you can see, I haven't wet the paper at all and I'm just applying the paint on top. The color I'm using to paint the octopus's little suction cups is carmine with just a touch of Chinese white, and it gives them a really hot pink color. I'm using a number 4 brush to apply it. The last technique I'm going to show you in this miniature tutorial is just how to mix together 2 colors. So right now I'm applying the deep yellow and lemon yellow. I already mixed these both on the palette. Next, I'm going to apply vermilion hue to the tops of the tentacles. So as you can see, I just applied a little bit onto the paper and now I'm blending it out using a stippling motion. And I'm just finishing up the eye here. Finally, I'm just adding a little bit more black to make the colors of the octopus stand out. And that's how you make your octopus. Alright, so that's about it for this review of the Koi watercolors. I think this is a really good option for artists who have already used the generic watercolors or the Crayola watercolors and want to try a finer quality option. So if you want a good starter set to sort of build up your watercolors and something to experiment with, I think that these Koi watercolors are definitely something trying out. If you want to see more reviews on either watercolor sets or some other art material that you want to try out but you don't have yet, please let me know in the comments. I most likely have that art material already because this is what I collect. Yes, these things all around me. Make sure to subscribe for more reviews and tutorials, and let me know if you like this video. Otherwise, have a nice day. I'll see you in my next video, guys. Bye! These are student grade brushes too, so you have the student grade brushes and the student grade watercolor. Yeah. I think that this would be good. Sort of want to get... Would you turn off? Turn off right now.